What's up, y'all? It's your boy KP, Nerds Rule the World, and my pal Heather Hertz. She's back in the States, y'all. She's been world traveling, but we got her back. But she's still not at her home studio. How are you, Heather? What's life like? What's going on with you?
Oh, life is lifing right now. I cannot
Okay.
wait to be home next week. I'm gonna be home for 5 full weeks, y'all. Five
Hey, a
full weeks.
break from being a jet setter.
I know. But everything's fine. I left Paris just before the massive heat wave hit. There are like 50
Mm.
people dead.
Ooh. Oh, damn. Yeah.
So peace, love, and harmony to the people out there in Paris or in France who are having one of the fourth worst heat wave in history.
Man.
Um, but other than that, I have been doing my job. I have been watching a whole bunch of movies on the plane that KAYFABEYBABY made me watch.
Oh, I haven't even thought about that. Okay,
Yeah,
so we've got work to do when you
yeah.
can.
I got Hamnet in there, the one that he really wants, and I have a feeling KAYFABEYBABY and I are gonna have very different opinions of Hamnet.
Because yeah, you know kind of how I felt about Hamnet.
And yeah, I knew it was one of your faves, so I think you and I are going to have different. You said it was one of your faves last year.
Anthony Francis. And
That
I
was one of
couldn't
his
understand that. Well, we'll save it for the review, y'all. We'll talk
Okay,
all
all
about
right.
it. I'm curious.
Okay,
I'm
all right.
curious. Yeah.
All right. But I've just been catching up on some stuff. And really sad I missed the Supergirl screener because I was invited to that. And that's one of those ones where I would have gone to the far, far away place to go to, but they just didn't. But that's it for me. But and guys, I'm not going to ask QUP the same question that he just asked me because something big happened this week. And let's say, QUP, how you been feeling about A24 taking that big old Google AI contract? How you doing? How you feeling, Stan?
We'll see. We'll see. Maybe that's marketing people, or I know they're. I, I still have faith that there's some powers that be that because they hire in real good creators. I don't like the optics. The optics are not good. The optics are good. I know where you're coming at, but I'm hoping they appreciate. I still feel, regardless of that, there's I think the reason why we've had good films is because there are young heads in the room that know where art comes from, but there's also young heads that think that this AI stuff is a platform to create, and I don't side with that. So I think hopefully there's enough voices in the room that are making the decisions, but I don't like the optics of the story you told, and you're reminding me again. And I didn't like that story, Heather, because you know I am a stan, but I'm trying to keep the faith that there are still creatives in the room, and I don't want to not say. And I know it's because there's young folks in the room that know arts, and that voice is speaking up. But I also know at the same side of the coin, there's also other young folk that believe in this shit of AI, and they're probably also pushing that shit. So I'm hoping there's just enough voices in the room. I want to be optimistic, Heather. I'm always negative. We're living in a fucked up world right now, and I need to not be depressed. I want to have hope in my A24, Heather.
And guys,
And
by the
neon,
way,
because both y'all are like the in focus to a degree, but really H20 and Neon, there's great creators in there and pushing great art. So I want to keep the faith, Heather. Stop.
yeah, I literally, guys, I literally sent him the big announcement of this on his way to Supergirl. I meant to ruin his day. That's what I did. Is I meant to ruin.
Basically, yeah. Yeah.
How are you doing
So
other than that? How are you doing other than that?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm looking forward to talking up a bunch of these projects. You know, we talked a little bit before we got going. You couldn't make it to Supergirl. That's a film that I'm looking forward to Heather seeing. I need her opinion. We're going to be talking a little bit about it, you know, because of the picks this week. But we'll have a full review on the channel. I'm curious, as you know, I am a male fan, and Supergirl is one of our strong female characters, and I always, you know, I want to say I'm an ally, and you know, I want to get that full rounded opinion, you know, because I know how the patriarchy is and shit. And while I am a male person, I want to, you know, I don't subscribe to the patriarchy. At least, you know, I'm not down with that shit. So want to know that. But yeah, a lot of stuff that I've seen. Dances with Films is coming up in LA in like a week or so. I think maybe starting this weekend. Did a lot of interviews for that. So look for those interviews. I got to get a lot of them up. Doing a lot of editing. Just been a lot of work there. So a lot of projects that I'm looking forward to chatting about when we can. But yeah, that's what's up, Heather. I know you're catching up, and when you're more so available, we'll talk about those. We'll have those review drops. So yeah. Oh, and Masters of the Universe. My boy Webster Style caught it recently, and we didn't have a review up for that yet. But that will be. I'm actually going to get to editing that up, and that'll be on this day of recording that we're recording. You'll probably see that out there when you see the show. So look for our Masters of the Universe review, and then he and I also got together to review Backrooms. So look for that review as well, joining the Masters of the Universe review. But there you go, Heather. You ready to get into these picks for this week?
Sure, let's do it.
It's an interesting week, by the way. My first pick, I'm making it a pick because I am a fan of the franchise, although they didn't screen us for us fans, which is crazy, or well, for us critics, probably because of the material itself. So I understandably why, but would have liked to do a better push on this, but I'm making it a pick because I'm a fan of the franchise, and it might be its last, and they're saving the best for last. Jackass, best of last, the best and last. So let's check it out. Let's check out the trailer.
Reminder, the stunts in this movie were performed by professionals.
Hi, I'm Wee Man.
I'm Bam Margera.
I'm Preston.
Were you a
Lacey.
Jackass fan?
So for your safety and the
I
protection,
wasn't, but I think we can talk about it.
I'm Daniel. I'm Steve. I'm Ryan Dunn.
do not attempt any of the stunts you have just seen.
Hello, I'm Johnny Knoxville. Hello, I'm Johnny Knoxville. Hello, I'm Johnny Knoxville. Welcome to Jackass.
Welcome to the first day of our last film. What are you feeling? I'm sad.
Does it make you sad, Chris?
No, I'm not in touch with my emotions.
I would like to introduce you to our new cast member, Larry!
Nice to meet you all, big fans.
Oh my gosh, he got you!
Give me a
Break
bucket
your
of water
hand.
so I can throw it on Larry.
25 years and we haven't learned a goddamn thing.
Can someone go get the shot collar for your penis? Poopy said he wants to try it.
Hi, I'm Chris.
You're taking it to a whole other level.
Yep. Look pretty happy about it.
If you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough.
High five!
This is the escape room from hell. Start the game. I think we're moving to the next room.
If you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough. When you get knocked down,
This jump start.
You got it in the stomach pretty good.
if you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough.
We are going to be making history today with the first robot prostate exam.
This is what Jackass looks like at 50. You see the finger on that thing?
That's not a finger.
It's a claw.
Let's let it rip, baby.
All right, there you go. Jackass in theaters this week, June 26th. So, Heather, were you a fan or not a fan? What were you going to tell me?
I don't think, I mean, I wasn't a fan. The show was always a lot of fun, of course, but I wasn't a fan. It felt very misogynistic. It felt very, I mean, there's all the number of penises that I just don't know what they did with those poor penises. They deserve better. But then it felt very misogynistic. It felt very one-sided at a gender perspective. It felt very masculine for the masculine eye. So I never really ran into it. Did I respect the fuck out of the team though? So here's the big one. The Jackass team has always been very pro LGBTQIA. They have always been very pro equal rights and opportunities. That's why they've almost all, even though it's felt very masculine, they've always had women as part of the mix. It has been a very inclusive. There of course there have been single members of the team that were, racist, they were bigots, they were this, that, and the other. But the main group of people as a whole have always been very inclusive. And so it's one of those where it's like, I never really cared for the show, but I've always enjoyed the people. And they've also, one of the big things is they've also almost all of them have been very open about their drug use, their alcoholism, their eating disorders. Like a lot of them have had like, or their traumas. It's very respectful, how they have been so forthcoming about it. So it's like, I might not care for the show. I might not even care for the movies. I guess they've been mostly movies. The show wasn't, it was like a very short show, right?
Yeah. Well, they had a run on MTV for a while, and then they had features every now and then. Yeah.
But it's so I might not care for the movies, but I respect the game.
I feel that. And I agree with all of those statements. You know, I grew up on it. Yeah, it was a very male thing. 90s guy, bro-ish, growing up as a young man type of show, and was trying to attract that male audience and all of that. And yeah, I recognize, it's recognizing that fact, I think, Heather, because there's a lot of the bros out there that don't understand or have grown up and matured like the people that you see. They don't understand that these are very mature people that they're seeing on screen, although they do very immature shit. Like you said, they know who they are, they're willing, and they're very open, and that respects, although there are some people within that though circle. You perfectly illustrated it, Heather. But the audience, I don't think, are as grown as the folks that are there. And so while I appreciate the people involved, I don't really appreciate the audience to a degree. You know what I'm saying? Because they're, you know, but that's the platform and the people that they're also delivering it to. They're doing it for everyone, but there's a rather large portion that aren't as knowledgeable and open as the actual people that are on the show, you know, giving you this content. But it's the reason why I think they're also the reason why they give this content, and why I don't, I check it out still. It's like, why we slow down when there's a car wreck, why you watch things happen. There's just certain things. It's why we watch Tom and Jerry as a kid. You know, it's just like, you got to see it, or at least once, you know. There's just that part of the human built psyche that's in there. It's trash TV, but I recognize it to be trash TV. It's time wasters. It's just certain things that we watch. But anyway, this ain't a review thing, but I'm interested. I'm curious. It's the last one. I wish they would have done a screening for us. I know if I was in LA, we actually got invited to a big event that they had out there, but I wasn't able to make it. I had a person trying to go cover it, but they also had Supergirl covering that same day. Look for that content. I've got to edit that all up. We've got a bunch of Supergirl event coverage to post up. But yeah, Jackass best and last. I'm intrigued. I can't lie. And I may check it out. There actually is a fan/press screening as of the recording tomorrow that I may go, that they're offering me tickets to see. I don't know. I'm debating because I've already done 2 screenings this week. I don't know. I want to do a third, and if I want to make that drive, Heather, I'm sure you probably saw it as well. You know?
Well, I literally can. I'm 5 hours away. So.
Oh yeah. And you're not coming back yet. Yeah, you're not going to be back in time tomorrow, I don't think.
No,
anyway.
I would love to. Cross your fingers, guys, that the traffic's not bad around Richmond. Just cross your fingers.
Yeah. All right, so Jackass best and last arriving in theaters this week. Let us know if you're a Jackass fan. Are we off? Are we stupid? I don't care. Hit us in the comments. And if you're probably one of those bros that watch this stuff, you don't know that you're still helping our algorithm, right, Heather? Anyway,
do what you got. You gotta do. You know, it's be angry. It's helping us. Just be angry. We aren't paying attention to you.
All right, Heather. I think we did a reaction to this next one. This one is already on demand and available. I actually checked it out because I may have interviews for it, and I was quite interested after we did the reaction. I don't know if we did the reaction, Heather, you and I, or if the other team did, but I had to edit it up. Kind of Hungry Hippos-ish. It's called Hungry. It's kind of like a Hungry Hippos horror film.
Oh, I saw this. Oh.
Yeah.
No, we did not do it. We did not do a react to this.
Okay, you and I. So the other team did it. So I had to check it out, and I actually enjoyed it. But I'm gonna leave that alone. We may have a review later. Hungry, hitting theater. Well, already available on demand right now.
Hey, come look at this.
What is?
So when you see this,
it's the most
go check
dangerous
it out.
animal responsible for over 500 human deaths a year.
It's so cute.
Only cute hippo is a dead hippo.
Man-eaters.
Welcome to New Orleans.
We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. He has given us a discount to go see alligators in the bayou.
Oh, please. Arms and legs inside the vehicle. the hell did that? Something big.
Your wound, it would need a 10-inch tooth.
Are we even supposed to be here right now?
We're off course.
You're safe as long as you stay out of the water.
I'm gonna get you out of here.
Hey, we're over here! Get us out of here!
Anyone sees anything, point in the direction.
Boss. Where?
You know how it could have got here?
Holy shit. Easy, girl.
Run!
Hippos are vegetarian. He ain't killing you to eat you. He's killing you for fun.
Oh, you are literally the worst tour operator.
All right, there you go, Heather. Available video on demand right now by the time you see this. So go check it out once you're done watching this. Heather, this this is like one of those films when you were at Blockbuster and you just see the box art, you know, on the stands. You probably not heard about it at all, but the cover art looks cool, and you take it home and you're like, that was a cool watch.
Okay.
It's not one of the best horror movies I've seen, but I enjoyed it. It reminded me of like a Blockbuster film in the 90s that you just pulled off and had a cool premise, and the stories, you know, it's not mind blowing, but that was cool. That was fun and interesting. And hell, because you and I review movies every week and we talk about a lot of stuff and we watch a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This was like one of those better things you see. And there's a lot of big blockbusters that we cover review that have a lot of money and are terrible. And I would put this above that shit. Yeah. And actually, to be honest, not to tell you what my Backrooms review is, I'd watch this over Backrooms. But that's just me. And that already kind of says how I felt about Backrooms. But there's a lot of people loving Backrooms. I love the independent nature of Backrooms, but this ain't a Backrooms review. Obsession is the best horror film this year thus far. Go check out Obsession. But Hungry, I enjoyed it. I just want to talk about like how indie films sometimes there's some better indie films than some of these big blockbuster horror films that are out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Hungry, Heather, and that trailer?
You know me, I'm down for a stupid horror film. I've watched some really, really, really stupid horror for this channel. Do I regret? There's only one film I regret, and he knows what he did. But I could dig it. This is just something dumb. This is dumb, silly. You watch it because of the crazy kills that are probably happening in this film. And you sit here going, what fucking child? What happened to this child while playing Hungry Hippos made them want to turn this into a horror film? You know some trauma happened when they played Hungry Hippos. You know for sure.
Exactly. So yeah, man, again, I had fun with it. It's available video on demand, y'all. By the time you see this, go check it out if you don't want to deal with the lines to go see a bunch of the films that are at the theater right now and you want to just get away from the people. So yeah, Hungry, out now. My next pick up, I got a screener in, so I haven't watched it yet. I'm actually going to be watching it later tonight as of this recording. So shout out to Vertical Entertainment. It stars the one and only Angelina Jolie, and it's from where Heather just returned from. Paris is where this story takes place. Let's check out the trailer for Couture, Heather. Let's go.
Hi, Mom. Where are you?
I'm in Paris. I'm doing that fashion thing.
Vous êtes contente d'aller réaliser le film qui ouvrira notre Fashion Week?
Action!
Oui, je me sens très chanceuse. I know you're mad.
What's up? It's more, my option is better, but I'm okay to do yours.
I was scouted on the streets in Nairobi. I'm a risk taker. And voila.
So we're gonna run this way. Shadows following you. Hello?
I've received your results. You'll have to see someone as soon as possible.
But it's not serious, right? I mean, it's not a thing. It's not.
There, you like it?
What's going on?
Nothing.
Don't tell me nothing. You just woke up the set like that.
I had an appointment I couldn't change.
Il faut agir rapidement. Je vous explique, il va falloir que vous mettiez votre vie de côté un petit moment.
I've been a little scared. Me too. It's funny, you spend life preparing for all these things to happen. And then the thing you never saw coming.
That's good.
There it is. Can I kiss you?
Yes?
Now?
If you want to.
There's a chance I may die.
Everybody's gonna die.
On va pas se laisser faire. Non.
All right. In theaters this week from Vertical Entertainment, Couture. I already feel like I'm gonna cry, Heather. You know, I'm an empath. I think there's like a very interesting energy here. You know, as we see, you learn something, could be, you know, some ill diagnosis, and how do you live in that moment after you get something like that? I'm curious on this. I already kind of know that I'm gonna cry, but I'm ready for it. Crying's good, y'all. Crying's good. But yeah, just I'm getting older, y'all, and we think about these things, and so it's very interesting. A film like this, to like when you think you got everything and then all of a sudden something like that happens, how do you center yourself with all of that? And yeah, big fan of Angelina Jolie. Curious how this film and that storyline is going to present itself. But yeah, I'll have a review or thoughts coming out of that, and then maybe Heather, if you're interested in it, we'll do
watch it
on. But yeah, what do you think, Couture?
For this one, I actually think I might have a harder time with this one than you will. My dad, by the way, give him his props. He has his last day of radiation as of this Friday of this recording. He has 2 more years still, probably of cancer treatment, but his radiation is complete as of this Friday. I'm very excited for him. I'm going to go to the hospital with him and ring the bell. Well, he's going to ring the bell, but I'm going to be there to be with him.
Now, girl, y'all just hit me. I'm so happy, and then all of a sudden, like, just feel the rush of emotions now.
But we also know that Angelina Jolie herself is a cancer survivor, and this is probably something that was very personal for her. So, but I will. Kuya P is usually the one that cries more than me. I'm not a crier, but Kuya P is the one that he's the one that needs the box of tissues. I bring the box of tissues thinking I'm going to cry, and then he just steals all the tissues. Or yeah, it's more like he forgets that I have it. But anyway. I think that this one's probably going to hit me up pretty hard. So yeah, I'm digging. I'll do it. Ever since the divorce, she's actually seemed to be having a lot more fun in films, like a lot more. And I don't want to say fun because I do not think this was probably a fun project.
Yeah.
It was probably an entertaining project for sure, but it was probably emotional. I feel like she's been able to really dig down into some of those roots that she hasn't been able to touch in a while. So I'm curious. I'm looking forward to watching this.
Yeah. I love the fashion aspect of it. My daughter's big into couture and fashion, so there's that part. But I know we're gonna cry. Like, they're not lying to you in the film. Angelina, most stirring drama. Like, okay, so we know what's gonna happen, right? It's just like how the rest of it's gonna play out.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So it's like, get ready to cry, y'all, and it's gonna be good. But like, damn. But yeah, I'm ready for that journey.
Okay.
Yeah, and I feel you on the personal nature of it, and sending nothing but love to you and your dad and all of that. It's like, why do we want these things? But it's like, why do I want to be more depressed? But then I need to see this.
You know what? Actually, I want to pause on that statement because this is something that's really important that actually was going around threads. There was a gentleman, I believe they were a gentleman, who came on, and the reason why I say I think that they were a guy is I think that in their profile they said they were a guy. But apparently some people were trying to silence them when they were talking about how they are a cancer survivor. They were telling their story. They were talking about things that are happening. And they came out and they said very, very particularly, I am not going to shut up about the fact that I'm a cancer survivor. One, I'm going to celebrate the fact that I survived. And two, I want other people to know that I survived because it'll help them go forward.
Hell yeah. Oh,
So when we talk about the importance of these films, it's not that we don't want to hurt. It's not that we don't want to know that this is a thing. We need these stories to be there so that people can know that they're not alone. Point blank. So for those of you out there who are like, why are they making a sad movie about cancer? Or because I'm assuming that it's cancer.
yeah, we don't know.
I'm wildly assuming this is cancer.
Yeah.
But with that being said, when you survive anything that could take your life, it is important for other people to know that there are options to them, that they will survive something. I survived a near, and I hate to censor myself on this. I'm sorry, I don't hate. I'm sorry to censor myself on this. I survived a near-death event that took me into the ICU. I've had heart surgery, and I am not even 40. I had it when I was literally 30. I am going to tell my story so people know that they're not alone. My dad, who, once again, who's going through cancer treatment right now, the one way that has kept him sane is talking to other people who have had his exact same cancer prognosis. And he's feeling more comfortable. Is he scared? Abso-fucking-lutely. But he has people around him to tell him that it's going to be okay, that he is going to survive, that he is going to make it. He has also heard devastating stories. So he knows the difference between what could happen and what might happen. So I am sorry, I don't mean to detract from the very positive conversation, but this is something that came up very recently.
No.
For all of you who have survived something, never be silenced. Celebrate your survival. Tell your story. Let other people know they are not alone. And watch these movies so that you never feel alone.
There you go. I feel that. Thank you, Heather. Thank you for sharing. And again, my love to you and your fam. So well said. This is why we anyway.
The only reason he keeps me on is for my soapbox stories that I've never actually stood on a soapbox.
No, never. This is important. This is important. All right. Y'all know Heather and I are big nerds, and we're comic book nerds. It's where we started, how we met. Flying into theaters this week, and we kind of mentioned it earlier. DC Studios, Supergirl. Let's check out the trailer. Here we go. Topic this week.
Hey, I was just touching base to see when you think you might be coming back. You know, I'm just worried that you're not going to find your stride here if you keep going off-world all the time, Kara. I'm worried you're not going to find your people.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, Clark. I have no people. Home is wherever you are, buddy. Crypto and I at least had each other. Honestly, I thought we were lucky. But luck, almost by definition, runs out. What can I do?
The brigands carry the antidote on that person. He has 3 days.
You cannot give up on me.
It's the crime of the Yellow Hills. He murdered my innocent family.
Just do what I say. And don't die. This does not look like this is gonna end well. For you guys.
Stop. You're hurting my head.
Revenge. It won't take your pain away.
Your eyes are beautiful when you cry. lot of pain, huh? A lot of suffering.
There's no home without you, buddy.
Aren't you the ditz from that dive bar?
Funny. That's what I've been calling you.
Touche.
All right, there you go. Supergirl in theaters this week. Heather, your thoughts?
I want to preface my thoughts with everyone out there. Please remember that there is doesthedogdie.com. If you have any trauma that is related, or any trauma or traumatic responses to animal abuse or death in film or television, please utilize that resource. It is a crowdsourced system, so it is updated in a moment's notice. I know some critics have already posted to it to give some information, but please utilize that resource. It is a wonderful tool. I'm lucky enough to have KUP, who is always willing to tell me as it is. If something happens and if it's bad, he is willing to be very forward with me. With that being said, moving into my actual excitement, I am excited for this film. KUP and I already had a little bit of a conversation. I'm not going to say how it went, but I will say that I have already seen some reviews from some critics that I trust, because remember, if you have complaints only about sex, gender, religion, or race, you are a bigot, not a critic, and I don't care about your opinion one way or the other. But I have seen some people that I do trust with voices that I do believe in, and I have not seen such great commentary about the storytelling in this. But it's not going to deter me. I love comic books. I love comic book films. I'm definitely going to see this movie, and I am actually very devastated that I couldn't drive for 2 hours to go see this film, because I am excited for the way that the DCEU is currently going, and I'm hopeful.
I feel that. Yeah, we're gonna have a full review on the channel. I can't wait to hear Heather's thoughts. I'm not gonna give away and talk about what I had all there said. Initial thoughts are already coming out of the theater, and that's on the channel already. Full review coming soon. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting other opinion. As Heather kind of stated, and as Saw and briefly talked about, stories isn't as strong as I'd like it to be. I wanted to love it. I like it. I don't love it, but more to follow there. And I'm really looking forward to what other people think, and I'm looking forward to rewatch again. Because it was later in the day. Your boy's getting old, get tired quick. So maybe I wasn't.
It really, guys, caffeine. It really is a 2 hour. Like for me, it's a 2 hour drive. It's still an hour and a half for this guy. Like when we say it's
after a long day too.
When we say it's a far away place, like we're not kidding. And we have talked to the PR companies about getting them closer. Like we're not kidding.
Yeah. So I can't wait to have the conversation with Heather. And again, I'm a comics nerd. I'm going to support the film. I'm making it in my top pick, and I've already seen it, even though I have qualms about it. It's still a top pick. Millie Alcock is a great Supergirl. Momoa, that was the first character we always thought Momoa should play was Lobo, beyond Aquaman. I always thought he'd be perfect for Lobo. Yeah, so looking forward to other thoughts. Look for the content with Heather and full review and all that. Hopefully, when Heather has her thoughts coming out, we can throw that up as a quick, short, and then until we get together for our review. But yeah, Supergirl, Couture, Hungry, Jackass, Best and Last. Those are my picks for this week. On TOP, I wanted to vary it up. There's another film called Lucky Strike starring Scott Eastwood that I'm talking about there. Mm-hmm. So I didn't include it in this because I didn't want to have 5. But that was an interesting film. A little bit about the Battle of the Bulge and a guy surviving that. So check out that on TOP, and it'll be up on NRW as well. But yeah, there's some other projects, but these are kind of like my top picks for this week, if you will. So Heather, where are you at? I'm gonna say I'm actually mid this week. I think it's a midweek. I wanted it to be a thumbs up because I'm really with Supergirl, but to me, it's a mid.
So I'm gonna give it a 3/4. I honestly, I know this
That's
sounds
like your go-to.
it has been lately, but it's not on purpose. It really hasn't been on purpose. It's just because it is what it is. I'm ready for Supergirl. I know I catch myself every now and again, but I do really hard to try to go in with no expectation of a film, even if I'm really excited about it. I try to go into as many films as I can, thinking that the trailers at the beginning of the film are going to be the best, and the movie is never going to live up to how good those would or could be. So I've got some pretty low expectations for the film, even if I am very excited for it. And I know this sounds kind of weird. This actually kind of probably I'll say I'm like a 65%, not even like a 75, but I won't deny that like 15% of that. I saw another critic that I do follow that I do really like. He talked about how much he's just a horror critic, so all he does is talk about horror movies. And he actually really hyped up Hungry, and I'm like, you know what? I want to fucking watch this movie because it looks. Once again, it looks like one of those movies that I could turn on a flight and just fucking enjoy and really, really confuse the dude next to me. That's the type of movie that Hungry looks like. Because I'm one of the few people that watches. I know that a lot of people don't watch horror on flights. And it's just that would be the type of movie that would confuse the fuck out of somebody if I turned it on. And that's why I want to watch this movie.
Awesome. So those are the picks this week. I'm glad I didn't see that trailer. I think we only did the teaser way back when, Heather.
We did. We all did the teaser.
That gave away a lot.
That was the entire fucking movie.
So I'm really happy. I personally, because I know you used to watch stuff and you'll read stuff more than I do here and there. I've been trying to keep it at the teasers, and I'm glad I did with that Supergirl, because that I didn't see any of that. I saw a lot of that when I watched the film the other night. So yeah, because again, trailers give away too much nowadays.
They really do.
And there's a film I really want to quickly talk about before we leave out that is in limited release. It's in DC and not in DC. It's in DC, I think, next week, but LA and New York this week. It was the first screening I had this week. I know Heather's going to be seeing it tomorrow. Well, next week.
Next week. I'll see it next week.
Because it is going to arrive in DC, I think, next week with a wider release to everybody on July 10th. But the invite, y'all, Olivia Wilde, Ed Norton, oh my gosh, Seth Rogen.
You forgot the main guy there.
Penelope Cruz. Those four. That's all really you have in that film. Probably one of the better films of the year. I think it's cracking my top 5, Heather.
You know, I'm really excited for it. It's Seth Rogen.
I don't want to hype it up too much because it's gonna mess it up for you. I don't want to mess it up for you, but I can't help thinking about that film.
I'm going to say it. We used to give Seth Rogen some real shit for what he's done. And I'm sorry, guys, I'm just making this a little bit longer. We've given Seth Rogen some shit in the past for what he's done.
He's got good stuff now.
He's got some. If you even go back and look at his classic filmography, yes, it's kind of like duty bro shit, but
he's grown.
The man has developed over the past 2 decades, and the shit he has out now is fucking phenomenal.
Yes.
And so I'm going to have to check myself, because I'm going to go into that movie with high hopes, because it's a Rogen film. I'm going to have to check myself.
I quite enjoyed it. Yeah, I keep thinking about it, and yeah, I think it's going to be definitely in the top. If anything, it'll be in the top 10. Right now, it's cracking the 5. This film and that Zendaya film with Batman, Bat are probably the 2 best films. I think I'm trying to redo my list now, but this film and that film are very much kind of the same type of story. But yeah, looking forward to Heather's thoughts. But when that drops, that's definitely going to be a pick. But because it's in LA or New York, and if you're watching this outside of these picks right now, because that film is hitting your theaters, definitely recommending it. But it'll probably be when it does drop wide to everybody, be the top pick for that week in the upcoming weeks. So if you're in LA or New York, though, go check out the invites. So there you go. That's Heather's thoughts. My thoughts. What do you think? Are we off? Are we on? Let's talk Supergirl. You know, we'll have again Heather's thoughts when she finally checks it out and more. Hit us up in the comments below. Thank you as always, Heather. Appreciate you, and thank you for sharing your story. Love to your pops. We're dedicating this episode to Heather's pops. You know, nothing but love. All right, Heather Hurt, QP, Nerds Rule the World.